season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down. Jones. They'll get this into the hands of Deion Kane. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route, and the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run front.
Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
So out comes the Washington offense onto the field.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Now a throw here to his running back. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's the option.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because
and the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand. Put it up.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Off play action. Jones. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off with great anticipation.
Intercepted by
He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback.
He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 37. Big yardage that time for Washington. 43 yards. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And going deep. And this is caught. Touchdown, Washington.
to number 10.
Tyreek Hill. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22.
The Giants take over 1st and 10. At their own 22-yard line.
New York set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Finds his tight end Ingram. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Jones in trouble here, and down he goes.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working.
And he's going to go down again. Chase Young, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. So here is Washington now to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. Allen off the play fake. And going deep for Hill. And this one is incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And now it's 2nd down.
He was covered by Xavier McKinney.
To throw again. Allen. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Going for it on 4th down. Allen. He is going to find Hill here. 20. Touchdown, Washington. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at their 49-yard line.
Now Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's going to be taken down right at the line.
Ingram.
That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Reuben Foster in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. Creeping up on 1,000. Could get there on this drive. So a challenge for him to do that. But also defensively, maybe a challenge for them to not allow that.
And that means probably kicking even more coverages to his side. And what that really means is wherever he lines up, you will have a cornerback over in his area. Now, instead of blitzing your linebacker, drop him into coverage. Instead of the safety dropping into regular coverage, that safety moves into that area to try and discourage the quarterback from going to him. That means everyone else, win your routes. You've got an opportunity to catch passes now, too.
Yeah, a little bit of a cat and mouse game. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And this will be caught at the 30. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
1st down, Washington.
He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the 1st down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
At the Giants' 6-yard line.
The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down. Makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over.
And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
That one into the hands of Kane. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
15 yards on the play, first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Deon Cain, the intended receiver.
And that'll bring up second down.
Throwing again, Jones. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
Reuben Foster, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done and in a big way.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Play action. Now it's Allen.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Allen now looks to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
And the Washington first down.
Allen now on first down. And going deep for Hill. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half.
And Washington going to add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook, but even before that, Let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing Jones. That's complete to his receiver, Kane. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
It's nothing.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17.
17-yard line.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers,
Absolutely.
though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. And going deep for Hill. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off right around the 43. Not the way you envision things to start out the 3rd quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. That'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Kamara. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. Touchdown, Giants. Deon Cain, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer.
Graham Gano on for the extra.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Got play action. Allen slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
He's checking.
They do go for it. Here's Allen. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Give him 8 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Deion Kane with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple more times to give them a chance.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 30.
A huge play there for Washington. 48 yards.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Allen. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And it's 2nd down. To throw again. Allen. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. And again, it's Allen. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Giants are going to get the football back. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped him, too.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Deon Cain, 73 yards. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
It's a gain of 34. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Allen gets this one to Hill. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
From the gun, it's Allen.
And going deep for Hill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Zay.